Nah, this is outside. I don't think that's considered a beach. I think this you gotta actually go to the beach.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we
Oh my
join you
God.
from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And we're underway here in South Philly. And no chance to return this one. Through the...
Here in London, we see one of the world's most iconic football venues, Wembley Stadium. And since 2007, it's welcomed the NFL to stage some American football contests as well. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we are underway in London. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Fits it through the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. On the shotgun, Penix. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. On 1st down, here's Penix. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. Drake London with the touchdown. Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. return, Britton Covey. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 13. His first throw is an interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons are finally stopped on the return, but they'll still take over on the edge of the red zone. What a call for their first pass of the game. It would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did their homework, number one. And number two, Kate, as Russell Wilson loves to say, the separation was in the preparation.
That throw behind his intended target.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Forced out to his right. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. Able to find Dotson here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That's Matthew Judon in on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Into the hands of Pitts. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them Well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Man in motion here. Third down, it's Penix. Got a man, Robinson has it. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. The Falcons with a chance to add to their lead. Ball at 33 for first down.
I ain't on 2K.
Here from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point by Kuhn is up and good. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Now Hurts. This one finds Goddard. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. Dallas Goddard the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Penix working from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Penix to throw. He's trying to push the field. He's there to send that one away, incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They go play action. Here's Penix. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. And again, it's Penix. trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Covey now to return this. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Back to throw it. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Falcons are stopped on that return, so that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. 2 quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. Covey now to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a big play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Dumped off to his running back. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's him the 1st.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed
Hey,
to be
what the fuck, bro? Had a whole block. He missed the block right there.
forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
How you overshoot the block?
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Hurts to throw.
Look at this shit.
Trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long.
All right, bro.
Right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
starts now on 4th. Makes the grab in bounds left side. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Barkley.
Man, I scored. Fuck that.
But he only gets him 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Gonna keep this one and go. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Just not quite enough to break the plane, and now it's 3rd and goal at the 1. They just get the play off. Vacates quickly left side. And he has the catch. Gets both feet in. That's a touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. You can't blame him for biting on that play action, Brock. Down at the 1-yard line, you're expecting it to be a run, which made that pass play the perfect call.
Show those defenders what they want to see, what they're expecting to see, so when they give them that good old run fake and pull it back, oh, it is touchdown offense.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after.
I know they did, but get the fuck out of here.
They don't get the PAT. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff.
I ain't missed a fucking field goal all game.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the shotgun, Penix. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Penix looking to pass. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Again, left side. Here's Robinson. And this is run down into the red zone at the 19. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Falcons up by 8. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Robinson. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. He picked up 6 on the run. Now they're facing 3rd and goal. They'll motion him out of the backfield. The back grabs it. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons lead by 15 now. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw it. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Oh, he loses it on the return. They could get this back. And the Falcons scoop it up. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. When you win, we all know you get to celebrate, right? You lose, it's all about diagnosing the root causes of it quickly and then moving on.
That's exactly right, Kate. Take what you need to from the outcome. Find the things to work on the practice field and then put this loss behind you. You let it linger around. You dwell on it. Nothing good is going to come from that.
And with Brock Hewitt and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long for this one. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say cheerio from London.
You.
You don't work today, John?
I work the what day? Yeah, go to work tonight.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 73 yards. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it worked. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say that it'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
This play ready and down. I'm never giving up credit to the offensive line. And we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the...
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. Fields now to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles 17. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Back to throw, Fields. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Harris is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown.
That's a great response. points here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point.
Strange beasts.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Still, all that practice has really paid off. Now when a bird swoops down on a fish, I can snag it every time. If I use it the right way, I'll be able to steal most of his bags.
Burt sets up to throw it. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Hurts. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Alex Highsmith making a nice play and getting the sack. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And no need to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert it, and they turn it over.
That ain't the gayest shit I've ever seen, bro.
Go for it, doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Man being man.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders in the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This is Harris, and he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail.
I guess it's a good thing I didn't throw it away, huh? There's no point in going after just anyone. That's a huge waste of time and energy. Wait. Don't tell me. I'm not your target. Unfortunately, not. 246. Oh, wait, are you saying you know what that is? Are you saying? Now I'm put it like that. Have a chance to figure it out yet. You want me to figure it in? What they look like, their weapons, their special abilities, and their weaknesses? I win, but I have one condition. I eat some nuts that aren't really in the lead with you. Nuts, she said. Be honest, I can barely stand right now. But you are pretty bad, aren't you? You happen to have any medicine on hand? Oh, don't crack your pants.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium.
As far as I know, 24 applicants left. Only 5 of them will use some sort of chemical. On to this one.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Offense isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. They had that one contained right at the line. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. No gain on the play there. Might need to dig into that bag of tricks for 3rd and very long.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Like I got it back.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Chubb brings it in. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really good for the screen as they just showed up any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. It takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and more importantly, to stop it.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive.
Let's get it to Robinson, boy. Gotcha.
Burrow's first play going to the air. Finds his man Chase. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy when here on 2nd down.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
That's a shame. What did you say? It's not our
Burrow from the gun. It's him on the in route. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. Burrow out of the shotgun. He rolls to his right. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it ends up out of bounds. A small loss on the play, but they do, importantly, keep possession.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Give me back my damn bag!
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Puts some power on a deep one left. A disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So, hey, he's pretty lucky that Tone was your target. He saved me back there.
Trying for it with Burrow. He's looking deep once again. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this.
Let's stick together.
We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Burrow to the air now. He's on the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get the game's first points here in the second. Joe Burrow with the touchdown. Going after up and good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. The defenders are there to get him at the line. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Winston looking to throw. That's Tillman, he's got it. And they make the tackle at the 38. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Winston. That one complete to Njoku. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. He hits a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Winston now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Let's see what they dial up on the 2nd and very long.
Just gotta wait till it goes for the kill.
Trying again, following the sack. Got a man, it's Njoku.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That's
Why
it.
isn't
It
he
gives him
coming
time off
back?
the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And when he releases and gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
And he caught it.
This is down all the way to the 3. Now a timeout's
What
called.
the
Cleveland
fuck?
using its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Chubb breaks the tackles, and he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Browns earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the code for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. First touchdown of the game for that partner, and immediately they go for 2. That feels like an analytics-based decision there.
Can I just tell you, I'm kind of tired of analytics. I'm tired of falling on analytics when it fails. Oh, the process was right. Oh, we just didn't get the result. No, I don't like that decision this early in the game. You're going to be chasing that decision and those points.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Don't lie to me. He probably begged you to grant him a last request and you relented. Right.
Here's Burrow. Finds him on the crossing route. And they can chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
You'd want to live in I do have standards. You waste time on I only spare those whose premature deeds.
Throwing is Burrow. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that.
How was nobody in the facility? Are you serious?
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Burrow. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
What up, buddy? Putting some content out on my YouTube channel. I'm on Madden. I've been switching games and stuff out the majority of the day. Well, I've been asleep, but when I did get on, I've been going back and forth.
He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it at the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Why you quit?
So we're through 2 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more
Yeah,
of the
you-
NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying.
You of all people know how 2K is when it comes to man.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And he's going to make this to 28 before going down.
Yeah, you know how that shit go. That's bound. It's bound to happen at least whenever we get on.
Now Burrow. And there's a man there.
Undercut the
inside
fuck out of him.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Now the Browns lining up for another 2-point conversion try. He's throwing for it. And he's got a man complete. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead.
Yep. You may hear. I don't know. I don't think you can hear my commentators, but I ain't listening to music. Oh, my girl watching anime. Oh shit! I can't even hear that shit. I only hear you. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, my girl watching anime. Yeah, cause other people that was in the party was like, "Ain't that Hunter x Hunter?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "How you watching Hunter x Hunter?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, she watching that. She watching that. I ain't watching it."
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Bails out of the pocket quick. This one taken in by Chase. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
I do have standards. I waste time with people who are utterly useless.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
This defense did the best they could to track him as he ran all the way across the field, but eventually, they're just going to lose him. And that's when a completion was made and turned it into a significant gain.
On 1st down, here's Burrow. That's Gesicki. He's got it.
You going to bed?
On the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. To throw again, it's Burrow. That's incomplete left side.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Cause I'm about to say, I was gonna end up getting on for a little while anyway, before I end up going to sleep. But I've been putting content out.
Burrow from the gun. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Found his prey.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter.
Never thought he'd be
And
going
they bring
after
him down at
Leonardo.
the 18-yard
What
line.
am I supposed to do now?
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the
The best
sticks.
chance I'm gonna get.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. throw.
My dumb ass. Wrong icon. Oh my god. Wrong icon.
Quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stopped. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And that gives the Browns a first. Again, it's Chubb. Broke through the tackle. He cuts it right. Past the 35. 20. 15. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here.
All right, Cap.
From the gun, it's 4. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Oh no, I'm about to say shit. About to say later on tonight I'll be getting ready for work, and about to say, I'm gonna sleep my life away probably until time for work. Oh yeah. They already said we're gonna. Right.
Need better results here on second and goal from the 10.
All right, Cap.
This time it's a passing play. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
So often we talk about speed offensively. Right? We love receivers that can run. That was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't...
That's a Cleveland touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
The AT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns double their lead to 14. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he'll get it up to the 27. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's 2nd and 7. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Burrow out of the shotgun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. He's on the move. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
3rd and long for him here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
If the next person just surrenders and hands over their badge, like what I just saw happen, I won't get another
Desperation time
chance
here
at
on
all.
fourth. That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Man, I'm so stupid.
Burrow to the air now.
I threw the ball away. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals losing by 14. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
I'm so scared. I don't want to be
Another
here
try
anymore.
following the sack. Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here he is to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Juan Thornhill takes it away. And the Browns see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Got a man. It's Njoku. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Even if they try to surrender.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Look at this.
Made to Judy. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland.
I couldn't even animate, bro.
The Browns have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Jerry Judy touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Gotta hurry. This sucker will attack the second he
Hopkins
knows
has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it
If I want
flying.
to steal his badge, this is it. It's the last chance I'm gonna get.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. New set of downs for him at the 38. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. That's complete inside the 35. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
Completely hidden his presence.
Play action now. Burrow.
I just know it.
And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Where offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Greg Newsome has it. There he goes, right sideline. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers. And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
And that one's gone. He's had a couple more odds in his massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Burrow again. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And partner, I know you took down plenty of division rivals in your NFL days. Heck, your conference opponents back in Washington in your college days always makes the win a little bit sweeter when it comes against a rival, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's just a little bit more emotion. There just is. I mean, you try to keep every game level, and no opponent's bigger than the other, but familiarity does breed a little more contempt, and we could feel it today, and that's why that W is a little bit sweeter.
So for Brock Ewert, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia.
Should have known. Like, I see what these screamers be talking about with these mirror matches, bro. Like, out of everybody searching, why would you sit here and pick another team with the same team that I got? Like, come on, Madden.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He's going to be dropped following past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Bush.
They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Philadelphia 1st. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
He's a
I could have threw it.
That means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly throws some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker. And this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their 1st drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia.
I just want to hurt a little kid, that's all.
It's an opening drive fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Wow.
Devontae Smith. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. Up the middle with Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 36, Hurts. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Give a damn how strong he is. He doesn't stand a chance against our group attack. Nobody does.
3 of us have beaten a lot tougher opponents than him with this formation.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right to Barkley on the check down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's 33 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a 1-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely. Had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They stopped the hold.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again. And this result is even worse. They take a sack. On first down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first 2 plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goddard. And the Eagles post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
He fucking failed.
Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get in the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll throw now on the final play. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Go. You happened to see the women when you were up there, did you?
I'm afraid not. All right, there are 4 possibilities we should consider. She's safe and still in possession of her badge.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
She might have gotten in some kind of accident. Or it's possible that she was defeated after hiding her badge somewhere and safekeeping. If that's the case, and she was killed after concealing her badge, her badge may never be
The
found.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
It's why I'm here.
In motion left comes Brown. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A first down carry for Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Brandon Graham, great pursuit there, getting the tackle for loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship, and he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 45 yards. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Elliott goes for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down. Hurts escaping the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley will get this up to the 47 and brought down there. 2nd down and 6 now. Play action. Here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Down the right sideline. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over.
How?
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 8.
Like, let that nigga run straight past him, bro.
Be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So, what do you think? Is he okay? Yes. But his 30 minutes are almost up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dodson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worse, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one.
Will they pass the
Hurts going to move him around.
Will the Orioles survive the venomous snake bites?
They begin with a run by Barkley. Oh, fighting off the defender. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete.
I'm finna throw the fuck out my controller, bro, because god damn.
Respect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Throwing his Hurts.
Because ain't no way.
This will be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
It's no use. I'm sorry, but you won't be able to search him. The snakes are trained, and if you even try to touch him, or you try to leave the cave and escape, every single one of them will attack you. So you thought poison would be poison. Judging by his wounds, he must have used neurotoxic bees. So it's
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And partner, the tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I was able to jump out of the way just in the nick of time.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's second down.
That's where you keep all your peace? If you scream, laugh, or anything like that.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Carter able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
I tried to dime that shit, man, and get down, man.
And we need some extra time here to decide.
Because I know I wasn't going to be able to kick the damn field goal.
Not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Damn. Hope I get the ball. I don't know what is what. Damn.
So it's the Eagles who will get the first chance to go down and find a winner as they'll get it here, and we are back underway. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Running again with Barkley on second down. They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup.
I can't get mad because that nigga be doing the same shit for me.
Yards to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
He had it.
43, but not before picking up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
You ready, Cole?
Again, it's Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. He did not have a catch to that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here in OT.
I would agree with that. And just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts on target to Dallas Goedert. Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Sorry about that. Day 4 of the Hunter exam is now officially over. Expect all remaining applicants to please return to the starting point at once. You will be given 1 additional hour to make your way back. If you cannot return by the time that hour is up,
What's the problem? You got a situation.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Stop fucking throwing shit at me, man. They could have called my name.
And this return going to come to a quick end
What?
as he is belted at the end of that one.
Checking to see was you sleep.
we will check the badges of everyone present here. Number 44, Mr. Hisoka. Number
Now a first throw here in overtime.
Number 99, Mr.
Airing it out deep for Smith.
Number 305,
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh shit.
The last 3, they are number 404, Mr. Kurokika. Number 403, Mr. Leorio. And number 405, Mr. Jones. So, these 9 applicants have passed the 4th phase of the exam.
6 of the 9 that have passed are rookies? Ah, it's marvelous! Has that ever happened before? Well, there has been a trend lately. Sometimes it's 7 years in a row without a single rookie worthy of qualifying. Then, we suddenly have a whole bunch of promising rookies applying. This makes 4 times since I became champion. What will we be doing for the final stretch?
Trying to figure out how the hell.
Now hold everything here. We're
I
going
didn't mean to call timeout.
We'll
Damn.
be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
A peculiar fight, you say? Gather the 9 remaining applicants. I'd like to speak with each of them alone.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Whole 4th phase. Light on reach.
Out of the shotgun and run with Barkley. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Moving on to the next question. Out of the other 8 applicants, which one are you keeping a close eye on?
They'll set up to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
However, the one I would most like to fight right now would have to be you. Well, thank you very much.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
He's the most well-rounded athlete. I don't want to fight 44.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. And even 60 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to settle up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
On to sneak, it's Hurts. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
And these Eagles may have been the first to really perfect this play. Let Hurts take the snap, then get some help pushing from behind. This was so successful, some folks, including me, were calling for this play to be outlawed. But while it's still in the books, no one runs it better than Hurts, and he takes this one in.
I will fight anyone if there's a reason. Otherwise, I'm not going to.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 35 on second down, Hurts. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield.
That's my fault, because I couldn't click on that bitch in time.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. Less than 2 minutes to go in this overtime. It's sudden death now, but we are still all tied. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On the draw, this is Barkley. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll
Chop that.
he's inside the 40. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Oh, God, bro. I came down, bro.
I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
So that nigga can't goddamn act like he can't fucking cover for shit, bro.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it. Because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
That is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Barkley.
All right, bro. All right.
So it's the Eagles who get the win here, and the guy who really led the way was their quarterback, CD, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he's instrumental in earning this victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody. opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Forced out to his left. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. To throw is Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. And taking it across.
He can't fumble the ball.
Inside the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Daniels looking to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down. Here's Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. Now Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Daniels going to throw for it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing now is Daniels. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
That shit pissing me off, bro.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Steps away. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Working out of the gun, Daniels rolling to his right. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he's got it. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. A 3-yard touchdown run.
There's no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro.
Final minute of the half.
The game is really pissing me off. After this, I'm getting the fuck off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
They gave me my first fucking safety ever. Like,
oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Isaiah Rodgers. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got here. They needed a lot of football.
Madden must have heard me, bro, because I'm finna, I swear for God, I don't even quit games. But at their rate, boy, they pissing me off.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Flush to his right. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. On the move to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Daniels. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to get the football here.
I'm putting this shit there, bro.
38-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And his throw is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return.
I kicked him the ball. I think I get the ball.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake. Daniels. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Play action, now it's Daniels. This is caught. It's Brown. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They go play action. Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Under pressure, they got him again. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it down to the plate of the 37. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Mm-hmm. You want it, son? You sure? I would have said you something if I knew you wanted some.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Being chased out left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing.
Hey, bro, I've been got rid of the ball.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Trying not to fucking rage. Cause god damn.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll send the tight end in motion. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield.
All right, bro. Ain't no fucking way.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
I put that shit right there with him.
Play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Wait on me. Get in the bed. Hmm?